Well, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. Oh, Joe's got me beat again with the CCM swag on his head. There it is.
Do you at least have your coffee?
Well, I got that. There we go. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Oh, man. Joe, how you doing today, brother?
Doing good. Busy, man. Today has been a busy morning, but I love it. Keeps me out of trouble. I love
it. Well, out of trouble is a good thing, I guess, right?
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, welcome, everybody. Appreciate you being here. We got some stuff to go over today. We're going to take a look at a couple of Bitcoin items. Obviously, Joe's going to take a look at the Bitcoin chart. We're going to take a look at the debt, the Doge, like we always do. We're going to talk about a country wanting to confiscate your crypto if you don't pay your water bill. Yeah, exactly. That exactly. All the more reason to make sure that you have custody of your crypto and you're not leaving it on a centralized exchange. Just saying. We're going to talk a little bit about a roundtable with the SEC, the CFTC, a little bit about Kraken's continuing IPO process, and of course about gold. And Joe has said he's going to take a look at that chart for us. So thank you in advance, Joe. I appreciate that. If you're coming over from Piper Academy, you know they took a look at that, and man, gold is just on fire. Whew. Anyway, what do you say, Joe? How about we say a quick hi to everybody in the chat, and then we'll kick things off. How's that sound?
Let's do it.
All right. So let's see. Where are we going here? Steve Hickey in the house. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Yes. Alumni raid all set. Bringing that on in. And Army Piper, thank you for sending everybody over here. Much love. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Alexandra G, the mod queen in the house. If you're a channel member, come on, mod queen emojis in that chat. Appreciate that. Uncle Jesse in the house, as always. Uncle Jesse emojis in the chat, guys. Appreciate it. Dylan in the house. I love when Dylan's here. He's always got things going on in here. Kate Diggity, there he is. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Lad is in the house. Awesome. There you go, Joe. Jesse's starting it off, man.
I love it.
Starting it off. I do love it. It's all good fun, man. It's all good fun. It's great. It's absolutely great. Andy in the house. Appreciate you. I was messaging back and forth with Andy on X earlier today. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. And let's see, am I missing anybody? Dave Digital, probably at the gym right now, which great. Appreciate you listening in. Thank you very much. Oh, Sonny is here. Excellent. Sonny, happy birthday. Everybody wish Sonny a happy birthday in the chat. I believe it was actually yesterday, but that's okay. Day late, dollar short. Yeah. And what is this? Oh, well, there you go. There's a link. You want to go to Andy's Discord server. Boom. There it is. JR in the house. Appreciate you. Yeah. I see. I was right. There you go. Dave Digital at the gym. Superman. Appreciate it. Yeah, you're welcome, Sonny. You're welcome. All right. Let's get to it. Start with a little bit of Bitcoin news, and then Joe will jump into that Bitcoin chart. All right. Right here. Now, again, I know this is an Africa thing, but the fact that Shell, I mean, one of the major oil companies in the world, frankly, now accepting Bitcoin payments in Africa. I'll take that. That's just, slowly coming to a country near you is the way I look at that, right? One other thing. Now, this one, I want to get Joe's opinion on this one as well. Now, this kind of came out a lot last week, end of last week, but I thought it was funny. When I shared it, I actually was just laughing like a crazy man because here you go. Vanguard. We all remember Vanguard when the Bitcoin ETFs came out and they were like, yeah, we're not getting our clients to get anywhere near that because we have to protect them from the BTC. Well, here we go. And that's hence my title, Vanguard Bends the Knee. Here they are looking at letting their customers, their clients, be able to access Bitcoin and other crypto ETFs via their fund. Personally, I knew when this happened that it was just like a matter of time before they kind of gave it up. I mean, come on now. You got just about every other major like fund going and letting their clients access this stuff. And you're going to be the one holdout. I get it. They're big, they're huge, a lot of assets under management, but you really think you're going to sway the tide? I don't know. What's your thoughts, Joe? I mean, are you surprised to see this or what?
No, not at all. I mean, you give it enough time, you can kind of see that, oh, Bitcoin is the way. Like everybody's seeing it now. Before it was, oh, that's, you're doing stuff illegally. Now It's like, oh, okay, this is like gold. It's very important to hold. Very important.
Yep. Facts. And yeah, I'm highlighting Andy's comment right here. Yeah, it was not that long ago. It's not like the beginning to Star Wars when a long time ago in a galaxy far away. No. This was like less than a year ago, and bam, that didn't take too damn long. All right, that's really honestly the couple of pieces of Bitcoin specific news that I had. So let's take a quick look at the fear and greed before we go and have Joe jump on into the Bitcoin chart. And I mean, I guess this doesn't surprise me. We've seen a bounce in Bitcoin that's kind of brought it back up from where it was. I mean, it was looking pretty sad over the weekend, I'll tell you what. But obviously, we got a bit of a bounce, and now we're in neutral territory as far as fear and greed is concerned. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me, but what about you, Joe? Any thoughts you want to add about this?
Nope, doesn't surprise me. And then if Bitcoin continues going up, then that will go 54.
That greed meter's going. Yep. Facts, man. Facts. All right, then, Joe, I'm going to let you take it away with the Bitcoin chart. Have at it, brother.
All right. So right now we are looking at Bitcoin. We were kind of mentioning this, especially the past few days when we had this, really nice drawdown where it was just kind of going sideways. Then every day, we're kind of doing updates on my live stream saying just, more than likely there's a really good chance that it might come up, stronger chance of it going up than down. Again, we never know what's going to happen. And I absolutely love watching everybody. I told you so. Yeah. Especially, so here is when a lot of I told you so's, and I started doing thumbnails of I told you so's. But here was an I told you so moment where the price came down, then it came down to take this liquidity, then it came down once more, and then all the liquidity traders out there saying that it came down more to take some more liquidity down here. Here's the thing with liquidity. There's liquidity everywhere. All this. As the price goes up, liquidity is created on the downside. As price goes down, liquidity is created to the upside. So for the liquidity traders out there, be very, very careful because it can bounce at any moment. And this was an I told you so moment where the price went up. Then I'm waiting and I'm watching those people to see if they get an I told you so moment when it came down. Nobody did. Nobody did. So once again, price will do whatever it wants. It'll go up. It took this really nice area of liquidity, fair value gaps, whatever you want to call it, underneath this supply zone. There's so many different names for these things. I just see it as a block where here it's a good area of resistance until it comes support. Sure enough, we came up here, we started coming down. Once we were here, I'm thinking potentially we might come up just because if you look on a higher time frame, you can see that it was a really nice drop. And what I do very, very, I don't want to say simple, but I don't make it as difficult. What goes down will go up once it's done going down until it's done going up, and then it'll come down again. So what we're looking for is the pivots. And a lot of people, they kind of joke about it. It's like, oh, Joe, that's very profound. What goes down will go up. What goes up will. It literally is that. Like, if you just think about it, the price cannot go up all the time. Price cannot go down all the time unless it's a rug pull. So because of this, we have the magnet tool from the very high to the very low. I'm looking for a minimum of the 382, preferably the 0.5. If it goes into the 618, then I get kind of nervous because now I'm thinking we may potentially, do a low, which is going to be much higher than this, to maybe the 382 before coming up. Now, I do have, very important, guys, when you draw your fibs. Now, this is, again, I try not to teach so much here, but it's really hard for me not to because I love teaching. When you draw your fibs, there's certain ways you draw them from the bottom to the top. If you're looking for a retracement, hence the name fib retracement tool, when you're looking for a retracement, is it going to pull back 23%, 38%, 50%? Like, what's the possible bounce? But here you see that I did it from the top to the bottom. This is to see for the bounce from here. So I'm looking for a 38% bounce from the bottom, not a retracement, but a bounce. I'm going to go over more of this on my channel, so make sure to tune in every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, Saturday and Sunday at 4. But here, I'm looking for this kind of bounce, maybe coming up to this area, and we can see that I've drawn this several times already, where you were coming up to maybe in this area to come down. So my overall thought process is up. I don't have it from here coming down. All these past days, there was not one day where I said, oh, we're going to, more than likely come down. Could we have? Sure. But the likelihood of it going up is much higher. So, I actually gave a call out on my channel yesterday where we did our stop loss. We did our entry, which was right here. It's a 20x leverage. And then I did an update when the price was here. I updated, if you're not following me on X, follow me on X as well, where we moved up our stop loss. And this is the thought process to where we could potentially come down to here, maybe even to here, because it only came down to the 236. Now I have a YouTube short, I believe, coming out today that I go over these levels. Because it only came down to 236, very bullish, very bullish. And now it went to our second target, again, 20x leverage, and now it's up here. Do I think we're going to continue going up? No, I think we're going to come down. Why? Well, because we already went up. So here, this is only 1 hour time frame. If this is a pivot, we don't know yet until, it continues coming down. But if this is the pivot, I would like to see the price come down to at least, and you can kind of see the numbers here. Let me move this over. The numbers are a little small, but I would like to see it come down to at least 113.3 before going up. Potentially to the 0.5, which would be right around 113 flat before possibly going up. Now, what we're looking for is for us not to break the lows. We don't want to break this pivot. If we break this pivot, well, then now what we're looking for is a break of this, then potentially coming up, maybe bouncing here. It just depends. And then if so, then this is where we could enter. This is where we can enter a short. If it continues coming down, well, then it just tricked everybody and it made a big old bull trap. So this is why it's very important. The way I trade, level by level, and we just ride it until it finishes. Then we go the other way because, when you're looking at this, you always want to look at the bigger picture. And that's why we zoomed out at the very beginning to see what could potentially happen. Now, my theory, my thought process is still this over here where we come up to come down. So I'm looking for it to come down. Now this kind of changes where I'm looking for it to come down. Let me just draw it out. For me, it's really important to actually have it drawn out. For it to come down, maybe to here, to this area. And then let's see what it does. Is it going, this is our pivot point. Are we going to attack this to continue coming up? Or are we going to roll over and take, and here you go, for all the liquidity people, take all this liquidity and then maybe here have a bounce. So this is what I'm looking for, and it's always level by level. So we could kind of bounce here or potentially roll over. But right now, Bitcoin's looking great. Would I recommend FOMOing into a long? No, definitely not. Why? The likelihood of it coming down is exponentially higher the higher we go. So that's my thought process on Bitcoin. I do think that we will be coming down. And then hopefully we just see where it creates the pivots to where it breaks.
All right. Appreciate that. And listen, you can get more of this information right after we're done here. For those who are on YouTube, we're heading straight over to Joe's stream right after we're done. So all you got to do is sit tight. We'll go and raid his stream. If you're on X, man, come on over, hit that, smack up the like, or you can just seek Joe out on X because he does stream on X as well. So, you know, you can find Joe everywhere. He's like that what was that? Wasn't that a commercial or a cartoon or something? He's everywhere. He's everywhere. That's Joe, man. that's
yeah,
Joe.
I try to be. My goal is to save people from being bamboozled by all these other traders out there that say it'll go up, it'll go down, and then the next day, because it went one way, look, guys, I told you I was right. Join my group, and it's like, no.
Yep. And listen, I appreciate everybody that's here. Make sure you smack up that like button. Share this thing out, man. We're trying to grow. I appreciate you. Just crossed for me over 2K subs. Celebrated that on Friday. Crypto on the Rocks. It was great. It was a good stream. Appreciated everybody helping me out with that. Thank you so much. Love all of you guys. Yeah, see what Steve said right here. Smash up that like button before, like, you know, Uncle Jesse and Alexander G, they're going to come get you. They're going to come get you. And yes, Jesse, 5 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support. Now, listen, we've had a bunch of people kind of jump in since we were, Joe was talking and showing you that Bitcoin chart. I might forget anybody, and I apologize in advance if I do. Mike Volmer's in the house. Crypto Billy is here. Automatic Beats. And I feel like I've forgotten someone else, and I'll apologize in advance if I did, but appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you so much. And like I said, yeah, exactly. Oh, wait, no, that's the one I was trying to hit. You guys are talking so fast in the chat. The chat is just bam, right by me there. Yeah, hashtag Givers Game, baby. Thank you. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you. Okay, so I guess we're going to keep going. We're going to take a quick look at the debt and the Doge. We're obviously going to take a look at it's in the title. So South Korea trying to grab you crypto if you don't pay your water bill. And I mean, just the sound of that makes me shake my head like, what?
Yeah,
what?
That's crazy.
How is that even, like, why? There's a couple of things about stable coins in the news. We're going to talk about the SEC and CFTC roundtable that's coming up, the Kraken IPO, and actually a phishing attack that's focused on crypto influencers. So sit back for that. We're going to talk a little WLFI and, of course, gold. And Joe's going to look at those charts. He's got himself set up to do that. But before we get there, let's get to the debt and the Doge to show you where we're at, because, frankly, I think everybody in or out of this space should know where we are with regard to the debt and the Doge, because it just keeps climbing. It just keeps climbing. So when Joe and I were live last week, and I try to compare and contrast for you. So last Monday at this time, we're at 37,513 billion, and Doge was at 643 billion. So here is the live chart right now, 37 trillion 542 billion, which again falls right. We had that one surge week, and then it's kind of fallen in line back in that $29-30 billion per week category. And then right here again, the Doge clock is still going up, albeit again not as much as it used to go up when Elon and his crew were actually doing the work. But I mean, again, I say it all the time. I get why Elon wanted out of that, because it just, what was the point of dealing with all that crap? You know what I'm saying?
On the Joe Rogan show, he mentioned that there's a lot of bad stuff that's going on, and literally, like, he can't name names because he already has a target.
Yeah.
If he names names and what's being done, like, the target gets exponentially larger. So, and you can see that he was literally, like, very careful with what he said. So, yeah.
Yep. Facts. And I'm talking about influencer scams, right? I love Dave Digital. I love this guy. He's awesome. He's awesome. Just to remind everybody who may not know, or if you're watching this on the replay and you don't know, every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Simple Terms podcast. Watch Dave and the AI break stuff down. Like, it's crazy how that AI puts that podcast together. It's just insane.
Speaking about clicking links, it's very sad. This guy, Ron's Basement, he's the creator of Unicorn Fart Dust. And it's a meme coin, community based, all this other good stuff. Really good guy. He's all about silver and gold, talks a lot about silver and everything. So he created this meme coin and it was doing great. And somebody had invited him to do a kind of like what we're doing right now.
Yep.
And so he clicked on the link to do the video or the talking, and he had I think like 1 million. And he told everybody, "I'm not selling. I'm just buying. It's a community. This that." And about $1 million got taken away from his computer just from clicking that link, and that's what caused Unicorn Fart Dust to I think I'm saying it right, Unicorn Fart Dust to go like just dump. And I think I held a little bit of it just because he's a great dude and everything, and I believe in him. And he to me, like, that could have been the safest coin for the memes. And sure enough, they got him. And I haven't even checked my wallet to see if it's even worth anything.
Well, it sounds like he fell victim to the scam we're going to actually talk about. Wow, just wow. That's all I got. I hate it. I hate hearing that kind of crap. There's enough stuff going on in this world and in this space. Like, you don't need the additional.
Right. So I am very, very careful. Like, I don't even care if it's my friend. I'm very careful with clicking on links, going to certain sites. Like, I am so like, I mean, all I have is $14. And like, it took me a long time to accumulate those 14. You know what I mean?
There you go. So Dave Digital saying he also has some. Billy saying Ron, a great guy. Yeah, I hate seeing it for anybody in this space. Anybody in this space. It's just, I don't know. It gets the blood boiling a little bit. Just saying. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, let's go now. Listen, Joe and I think over the last 3 streams on Monday and Wednesday, because Joe and I are together 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Mondays and Wednesdays, we've talked about South Korea. And most of the stuff coming out of there has been pretty positive. So when I saw this today, I was just like, what? So I'm going to read through this just so you guys have like the exact of what's going on. The South Korean city of Icheon, and again, my apologies for butchering that, says it's going to start confiscating crypto from residents who fail to pay their water bills. And now this was put out by a broadcast on one of their networks, and it said that the city's waterworks headquarters will run an initial 1-month pilot program, which will be the first of its kind in the country. Well, yeah, I guess so, because you're sitting there confiscating people's money. Anyway, it says the city will run a special collection period for overdue water bills from November 1st. During that time, it will match data from unpaid water bills to domestic crypto exchanges such as Upbit and Bithumb. And for those, I mean, Bithumb is like huge over there, just so everybody knows. I think that's like the major, Bithumb is like the major exchange over in South Korea. If authorities find that any residents with unpaid water bills have crypto holdings, they will send an official warning. If the resident fails to respond to the warning, the city will confiscate the coins and move to liquidate them. Like holy cannoli.
So many red flags in that statement. One, it says if the authorities find, like how are they looking? Are they just
they're going to the exchange, so they're going to subpoena the centralized exchange. And so, like I was saying in the beginning, man,
KYC.
yep, get your crap off of these centralized exchanges, self-custody your crypto. If you watched the educational series video that BC and I put out yesterday, how many times in that video did we say, not your keys, not your coins? I get it. Sometimes some of these wallets are a pain in the keister, but man,
I'll tell you one wallet that I know of that's not a pain. Right here, Tangent
there it
Wallet.
is.
So
There's the
definitely
man right there. Oh, I'm sorry, I brought it. You took it down.
There you go.
There it
Tangent
is.
Wallet.
Tangent.
So definitely get the Tangent Wallet. Links in the description. Help support the channel. But Tangent Wallet, super easy and a lot of coins. And get your stuff off there. You know.
Yeah, get it out of there, man. Keep your stuff off of the exchanges. I mean, here you go. I mean, this is their pilot program. But can you imagine what's going to happen? I'm thinking across the globe and maybe the rest of that country. If for whatever reason this is successful, it's going to spread like wildfire to these centralized exchanges where they're just going to be like, oh, you owe a bill? Give me all that.
Here's the thing, too. Like, how bad does it have to be to where people aren't paying their water bill? I can understand the light bill, you know, because, you know, air conditioning and just everything else. I mean, the light can be very expensive compared to the water bill. When I look at light bill, for every 100, you maybe spend $20 on the water, you know, give or take. But like, how bad does it have to be for the water? Like, good Lord.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But it's scary though, because now, just like how you said, sure, it starts off with the water bill, and then now, okay, the light bill, and then now the mortgage, and then now everything. And pretty soon it's like you know.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, as they say, from there, man. I'll tell you what. And a couple of shout outs. Dualities, he just jumped in. Appreciate you being here. Crypto Jar in the house. Appreciate you being here, Crypto Jar. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Crypto Jar and I will be live for the Matrix Money podcast. So make sure you're joining us for that. Okay. Now that we're done stressing about people confiscating your crypto, get your stuff off the exchange, people. Okay. Anyway, let's jump into World Liberty Financial. Now, again, this information started coming out last week, but I thought it was worth bringing it back up because Joe and I didn't end up talking about it here. But basically, they're going to start doing buybacks because, I mean, you know, they got to burn them to try and reduce the supply in order to stabilize the price. I mean, we've looked at this, Joe has looked at this chart on this stream a number of times, and it wasn't anything pretty. That's all I'm saying, man. But Joe, do you have that pulled up? You're ready to take a quick look at it so people can see?
Yep, sure do.
All right. Joe's always ready, man. I don't know why I ask. All right, there we go. Go ahead, Joe.
All right, so this is a World Liberty Financial on the daily. So, of course, as soon as it came out, everybody knows by now. As soon as it came out, just dump city. All the pre-investors, angel investors, they just sold off. Just horrible. Just pretty much like the Trump token. So anything that Trump touches when it comes to crypto, I stay away from. Too many insiders. Way too many. Then it had a nice run up. Then it came down. Now it's kind of going sideways, being very boring. Looked like it was going to start going. You know, we're starting to create, you know, kind of, this was a double top, but it didn't break this low, which is good, coming down for this liquidity. Started going sideways, breaking this level on the daily, looking good, looking kind of strong-ish. And then, boom, dump city. Coming down pretty nicely. Let's just see what the percentage was from the downside. Let's go over here. From the absolute high to the low, about 30%. So it's not bad. You know, most people are trade this with leverage. You know, do very small leverage with this coin if you're going to do leverage, but about 30%. And then it looks like we're finding a bottom. So right now, for most, you know, technical analysis people, they see this as a good thing. You know, right now we have a higher low, which is good. We're kind of right in the middle from this move. So now we're just kind of looking to see what could potentially happen. Let's go in a smaller time frame, 4 hour. Now what we're looking to see is, are we going to break this level? In my opinion, I say yes. I mean, I don't like this coin at all, so I do have a bias, and that's pretty dangerous whenever you're doing any kind of TA is having a bias. But just understanding the FA, the fundamental analysis of this coin, all the insiders. Now, granted, are the insiders kind of done? Well, it depends on their token unlocks. And granted, I tried searching for it about a month ago, I guess, or a few weeks ago. I couldn't find anything as far as the token unlocks, but that information may be out already. But this is what I kind of see happening, and then bloop, coming down again. I don't see this for anybody who does fundamental analysis and technical analysis. And a safer trader, they'll pretty much stay away from this coin. Could this coin make you money? Sure, of course. I mean, look, it made money here, it made money here, it made money here. But the odds of it making you lose money is far greater. Could I be completely wrong? Sure. It just has to do with all the insiders. So for that reason, I'm going to stay out of this one. This one could potentially be an absolute gold mine. You buy it now, 21 cents. It could go to $5. Who knows? I would rather put my money in something a little safer. Heck, even Pepe is safer than this, in my opinion. That's my
man. I know I don't do, you guys know you're on my channel all the time. I don't do the technical analysis of this kind of stuff. But I don't mind taking a look at a chart, and I look at this chart and I think, holy crap, that thing is going down like the Titanic. That's just, again, one guy's opinion here, but
some TA people, they'll see this as like, oh man, this is great. Like if they don't know what it is and who's behind it and everything, if they just look at it for the TA, they'll see it's like, oh, it looks good. We're creating, we were doing higher lows rather. We broke the level, but we still didn't break if you're doing market structure, the absolute bottom. And now we're doing higher lows and higher highs on this segment. So it's looking strong, but no. For me, I'm staying away from it. I don't like it.
I'm with you. And not for nothing. I mean, I'm thinking long term on this particular project. Okay, it'll probably play out well while he's in office. But like after that, I don't know. I'd be questioning that. I'm just saying. And yeah, I don't know. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy interwebs. There you go.
Same thing here, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Just a guy on the internet who knows how to chart. So
that's it. There you go. And I love how they yes. There you go. Send him your seed phrase and nobody will confiscate your crypto. I love it. And A West has joined. Welcome, A West. Appreciate you being here. Oh man. All right. Let's keep going. We're going to take a look. We got a couple of pieces of stablecoin news. Again, we're going to look at the roundtable with the SEC and CFTC, and a little bit about Kraken, and then back to gold. And Joe's going to take a look at that chart. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about here. Let's keep going, because in 25 minutes, we're going over to Joe's stream. Just sit tight. We're going to get there. All right. Here we go. Stablecoin news. Man, I'll tell you what, since the Genius Act has passed, it's like everybody and their brother wants in on this stablecoin like business. It just is. You got the states doing it. You got companies. It seems right. Countries. You got everybody's doing it, man. It's like everybody wants a freaking piece of the stablecoin market. Cloudflare. I mean, I'm sure if you've been on the internet at all, you know who Cloudflare is. That they're the ones that annoy you as you got to hit the buttons or do the captures or whatever. But basically now they're announcing plans for a US dollar-backed stable coin called the Net Dollar. And I love how to enable instant payment for AI agents, creators, and developers. The AI agent thing, that's actually going to be a huge market, I think, with regard to stable coins and crypto, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I don't know. And there you go. Stable coins for the win. There you go. I don't know. I don't know that I jumped to Cloudflare. I get it. You know, if you're integrating things, especially AI agents, maybe that would make sense. But I don't know. I got to believe that the liquidity on this thing is going to be, you know, all things being equal. Do you really want that? How are they backing it? There's not a lot of. I don't know. Save me, Joe. Save me from myself.
Yeah, for me, it's more of just kind of a wait and see. You know, who's going to be successful. I'm okay with waiting. You know, could you make more money? You know, investing sooner, sure, but I just want to wait. But I do agree with you in reference to the AI. I mean, you can see right now AI is taking jobs.
Oh, hell
Like
yeah!
you don't even need, because before I used to go on Fiverr. This was a few years ago. I would go on Fiverr just to kind of save me time. I know how to use Photoshop. I know how to do thumbnails, but I'd go over there and I'm like, hey, I need some thumbnails. Well, what's your budget? Don't ask me what my budget is. You know, you said $5. Well, what's your budget?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
But so I don't even go to Fiverr anymore. I just go into Grok, and I was like, make me a this and this. And granted, I have to do a lot of prompts for it to kind of give me something like what I'm looking for. It's like, man, I wish it could just read my mind, but it can't. So I have to do all these things, and then I get a thumbnail, and then I work with that thumbnail. It's like, all right, cool. You know, so it'll take me 5 minutes as opposed to 35 minutes. And like, so it's taking away the jobs from people, just AI. And I do need, but I'm an old man. Man, I do need to like learn more about AI. Daniel Crypto, I believe it was Daniel Crypto, where he has it to where, yes, it was Daniel Crypto. He has it to where he goes to ChatGPT, and every morning, I don't know how he did it, but every morning he has it like programmed already to where it gives him like news and breaks it down for him at a certain time every morning. I was like, I didn't know that was possible, you know. So AI, it's where it's at.
Well, I didn't have it scheduled to do that, but I actually did that with Venice AI. I love Venice. Again, if you're looking for an AI, you don't use one already, links in the description, but do that for me the other day. Yes. Wait, what's today? Monday. Yeah, yesterday. Holy crap. You know what I mean? Because these days just like fly right by. Because it was like, okay, I'm really busy over the weekend. I haven't had a chance to even look. Here, get it together for me. Give me something I can like digest easy, and bam. 10 seconds later, poof, here it is.
Quick. I love AI so much. Like there'll be like a question or whatever, and instead of going to Google, which I used to do, you go to Google, you ask the question, then you have to go to a website, then you have to kind of read to see if it's even what you were looking for. So it's a big old process. And then for ChatGPT, you ask it a question, or even better yet, you ask it how to ask the question. You know, act as if you're a this and that, blah, blah. This is the result I want. You know, how would I ask you, ChatGPT, to give me this information? And then it gives me a big old long prompt. And then so I just copy that, put it in, boom, it gives me exactly what I'm looking for. I was like,
scary,
there's no
right?
way I could have researched it. And within like a second.
Yeah. Scary. Tell me how to use you best. Boom. Here you go. Here you go. And Techman's in the house. Techman, welcome. Appreciate you being here, brother. Man, it's just absolutely crazy. I agree. AI, it's exciting and scary at the same time. Just saying.
I do have a question for the chat. Everybody who's here, if you're on X, make sure to put it in the live chat. If you're here on YouTube, then definitely put it in the chat as well. The question is, two questions. One, do you use AI, any kind of AI? And if so, put it in the chat. Which one is your favorite?
That's a great question.
ChatGPT? Is it Grok? There's a whole list of them. But I would love to see in the chat which one is your favorite and why, if possible.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. We'll come back. We're gonna come back to that. I appreciate that. That's a good question, Joe. You the man. All right. Listen, one more piece of stablecoin news. And again, this came out last week. I get why, but again, where it literally shows a differentiation between stablecoins the Genius Act, and cryptocurrency. Circle exploring reversible USDC transactions to recover funds lost in hacks, fraud, whatever. I get it. They got to do that kind of thing to be part of the TradFi system and moving, in that direction. But man, I don't know. I see stuff like this and it just makes me shake my head. Like, why do we even need stablecoins? I get the why. Please don't try and school me in the chat, or if you're watching this in the comments, if you're watching this on the replay. But man, I don't know. All right, enough of that. Listen, if you haven't already heard, roundtable coming up between the SEC and the CFTC. And I want to read through this just to kind of give you the breakdown of what's up with this. Basically, there's going to be the SEC is going to host it, but a roundtable between themselves and the CFTC. What is going on with my screen? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, right. This event is notable for two reasons. First, it's the first time in more than 14 years that the sister agencies have joined forces on a joint initiative to harmonize regulatory frameworks. That's a pretty long time. The last time the roundtable took place was August 1st of 2011, and it focused on cross-border issues for swaps and swaps regulations. The second reason why this is kind of a big deal is it's the first time major Wall Street exchange leaders will sit down with their digital counterparts to discuss market operations as all together. It's a striking shift for the industry's long tested or long treated as a fringe. Crypto has been so fringe, although thank you to this administration, it's gotten a lot more mainstream. Basically it's a signal that crypto now has a seat at the table. And it goes on to talk about this. And again, I brought this in from Crypto in America, Eleanor Tourette's, help me, the video channel. And you can also find her on X. Links are in the description. So go ahead and check that out if you have not already. And I want to actually bring up the next thing that she pointed out here in her newsletter. Did that come up on the screen? No. Come on, gremlins, get the hell out of here. All right, there we go. To start talking about Kraken's IPO process. Kraken has taken another step toward going public with closing a $500 million fundraise, valuing, they are the second largest cryptocurrency exchange here in the U.S. at $15 billion. First reported in Fortune magazine, the raise completion comes as Kraken gears up to hit the public markets as early as Q1 of 2026. It's a major acceleration for the exchange, which has raised only around $30 million prior to this year. So recent disclosures show it profitable, generating about $400 million in revenue in the second quarter. And I did also link this X post with regard to this, where it says right here, they've raised 500 million, they're 15 billion, basically what I just read, preparing for a 2026 IPO. Man, this is it's a lot of money. First off, it's a good IPO raise. My same question when we talked about the whole Gemini IPO. What the hell took them so long? Again, Coinbase did this 4 or 5 years ago at this point. What took them so long? Just saying.
It's crazy.
But I'm glad to see them coming into it. Again, you got to use centralized, because we were just talking about not leaving your money on centralized exchanges because they're going to come and they're going to take it from you. But I get the need to use centralized exchanges, especially in different jurisdictions. But get your crap out of there. You know what I'm saying? Get it out of there. Use it like a public restroom. Go in, do your business, get out. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. And let's see. Grok for thumbnails, ChatGPT for questions. Love the free. Okay, there you go. And then what do we got? Dylan saying ChatGPT and Perplexity. Been using them the longest. Okay, fair enough. And Techman saying, what's that? Oh, all set. Techman and I have our own AI LLMs. There you go. Got your own agents. There it is. I like that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the input in the chat. What's that? Can't Google how to design flashbangs. Oh man. All right, all set. I love it. I love it, man. Love it. All right, we're gonna keep going. Listen, in about 10 minutes, we're heading over to Joe's stream. But we're going to look at a couple. You know what? I think I'm going to actually put these in reverse order because I know Joe's going to have to leave in a minute or a few minutes to go and get his stream set up. Every time he's here, he's got to go and he needs that extra time to get everything reset because of what he has to do to be here on StreamYard. So I appreciate you, Joe, man. I really do. All right, so we're going to take a look at gold first. So let me go through this, and then Joe will take a look at the gold charts. Now, again, gold just keeps going through the roof. And I mean, this is not really super news. I mean, obviously, U.S. gold reserve price surges because it's been priced at what 1970 levels or whatever the hell it was. But there has been a lot of talk about reevaluating gold and using it for, buying Bitcoin. Now, is that going to happen? Tell me if you think that's going to happen in the chat. I am interested to see if you think that the U.S. is going to revalue gold and then use the difference to buy Bitcoin. Yes or no in the chat. I'm interested to see what you think about that. I want to just hit this part right here. In early 2025, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent threw fuel on market speculation. Yes, he did. After making a casual remark about making the government's gold reserves or bringing them to the current pricing. Analysts jumped on the idea, calculating it would unleash hundreds of billions of dollars in new room for the government spending. Now, what they're going to spend it on, again, it goes through a lot more of that here. The link is in the description. Go ahead and check that out on your own. But the biggest speculation for those right now here in this space, is, we're going to do it. We're going to use that to get Bitcoin and da-da-da-da-da-da. I will give you my 2 cents, and then I'll go see what everybody else. That's a good Piper question. Yeah, it might be. You know what? I bet you he's like sat there and like thoroughly thought that out, to be honest. But my opinion is no, it ain't going to happen. Just my opinion. Well, will they revalue? Okay, I should clarify. Will they revalue it? Sure. I think they will do that. Will they use it to buy Bitcoin? I don't think so. But Joe, can we take a quick look at those gold chart? That gold chart?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man.
All right. So this is gold. So what makes gold go up? We talked about this last time too. Gold. This is the last time we looked at it. Key fundamentals that drives gold up. A weak dollar. That's one of them. So as the dollar continues to be weak and everything, printing more money and everything else, this just weakens the dollar even more. So that's going to create gold to be even stronger. Same thing with any other precious metals and Bitcoin. But and also the Fed rates cuts expectations. So this is goes to the fundamentals of it. Inflation concerns, geopolitical risk, and strong central banks and ETF demand. So all this strengthens gold. And sure enough, we can just see it. Last time we looked at it, we were way up here. And I'm thinking, okay, if it's going to pull back right now, would be a nice time to pull back, maybe to this area. But I would like to see it go down a little further, potentially to here, right around, 3,000. If it pulls back to 0.5, that would be even better, right around 2,800. However, we actually went up even more. So the price was here. So it went up 3% since that's really good for gold. 3%.
Yeah, for gold. Yeah.
Since the last time we saw it. So now what we'd have to do is readjust our fib retracement tool to see where it might retrace to. So now the possible retracement, if this becomes a pivot where it starts pulling back down, now we're looking at potentially $3,062 for the first initial pullback area. And then the area that would be nice and healthy is right around $2,800 for it to pull back. This is really tricky though, because as long as the economy continues doing what it's doing, that's actually driving gold up.
Yep.
It'll keep on going up. Now, this is, to me, is not healthy. Like we need it. We need a reset. We need it to come down, and here with again 2,800 would be great. We do have this really nice, you can call this demand zone, whatever you want to call it. I just call it an area for a potential bounce if we do make it this low, which would be right around 2,700. But man, talk about just moon mission. And this is on the weekly chart. And we can see, we had this nice little run up, kind of going sideways, finally broke a level. This was back in, let me go ahead and put this down here. This was back in 2013. Ooh, doggy, some time ago, 2013.
I know.
And then it broke the level finally before it started coming down. And what was the retracement from the actual break of the level? About 30%. Nice, healthy retracement before eventually started breaking the highs, and then it never looked back. So this is, I would love to see it, give a retrace, just a breather, let all these, indicators kind of cool off and give the opportunity for somebody to buy in. Do I think we're going to come down here to 1,800 again? Seriously doubt it. It could happen, but seriously doubt it. Yeah. And if anything, start buying some, not financial advice, but this is a great opportunity just to kind of DCA into gold, silver. Kinesis is a really great option. And of course, that link's in the description. It does help support the channel. And this could be, your ticket, this Bitcoin, silver, Kinesis is the a really easy way to do it. So
yes. Yeah, absolutely. I love Kinesis. Love it. Thank you, Joe, for that. I can't believe 3% up since the last time we looked at it. Holy manoli. I need that. I need that holy balls emoji for my crew. Like, oh my God, man. And I'll tell you what, Joe, I don't know. I don't see, my opinion, I don't see that kind of retrace even back to that. Like, you're right, that there was a lot of like sideways at that 26 area, but like not see it going back there, man. That's like over $1,000 retrace at this point.
Yeah, I really don't. And man, it's always the woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Oh,
and I had some money. Back in 2020, 2021. And I was thinking about buying silver, buying some gold. And I was like, I don't know. I had silver in my shopping cart. I had quite a bit of silver in the shopping cart. And all I needed to do was just put in my credit card information. Like, I had almost all of it filled out. I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to wait. And what did I do? I partied with that money. I was living for today instead of living for tomorrow. And sure enough, now that $22 silver is almost $50.
Yep.
The gold, which I want to say was like around $1,200. I mean, we just saw gold. It just crazy amount.
Yep.
And this is the power of DCA. This is what CCM, Crypto Coin Mindset, preaches all the time. Just anything, $5, $10, whatever you can. And you'll find this out just how Crypto Billy talked about, pay yourself first. And you will realize that you do have some extra spending money. You may think, oh, I don't have any money at the end of the month. I'm always borrowing or whatever. I'm doing the pawn shops or whatever it is. But if you were to pay yourself first, you'll see that when you're at the convenience store, you don't have that extra $5 to buy that candy bar or that soda, because now it's like, oh man, like all of the money went to the bills, but I paid myself first. So and you'll see how many times that you don't get that Starbucks. how many times you don't get that
Yep.
candy, and that's where all your money's going.
Yep. Yeah, but it's like the death by 1,000 cuts. For those who watched Billy Goat Tales last night, every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern time, they mentioned this. Crypto Billy actually talked about paying yourself first, and I think one of the things is like, make your coffee at home and stuff like that. It makes complete sense. Complete sense.
And then if you
I just want to go.
if you want to, then you can splurge and spoil yourself, but you've already accounted for that money. Like, I'm gonna spend $10 at Starbucks, maybe once a week or whatever, but not every single day, because that adds up.
Oh, hell yeah. And like Joe just said, that adds up. Well, it also adds up when you're DCAing. Yeah, you may not feel it doesn't feel fun. It doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere. It feels like you're just shoveling the shit against the tide. It just doesn't. But then guess what? Then you see a huge increase in gold, or Bitcoin starts to pump, and then you're like, ooh, that's nice. And just saying. I want to see what everybody said about the whole gold thing. Dylan's no, they're not gonna do the reval and that or buy, and trade intuition. Yes, reval. I'm with you, brother, but I don't think they're gonna go and buy Bitcoin with it. Not a favorite idea. I understand. All said. Yeah, facts, tech man. That is assuming.
I was just gonna bring that up, but then I forgot. But whatever happened to the live stream of
the audit? Yeah,
the audit. Whatever happened to that? I haven't heard nothing about it.
Nope, we ain't never gonna see that. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. And Prakash, welcome. I'm doing pretty well, sir. Appreciate you showing up. Thank you very much. Ask CCM what? Ask CCM what silver costs during his teen year.
I think they were actually giving out for free.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. Wasn't looking for a story time. Okay. But my grandfather had done a lot of collecting of it. And when he passed, I got all those coins and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, what the hell do I want this for? I was stupid. Again, like Joe said, worried about the today, not the tomorrow. And boy, I wish I had that back, let me tell you, because I sold it for, I don't even know. It was at the later end, like in that dollar range, and sub that prior to that. So that's how God, you just hurt my soul right there. I'll say.
I do have a story before I go.
Okay.
My uncle, he just like yours, he had bunch of jars with mercury dimes, with silver, the Morgan silver dollars, just everything, wheat stock pennies, just I want to say maybe like 50 to 75 jars full of them. And I remember as a kid, like he would show me them, and we'd go to the library, and he'd get me the book so we can see them, and just super, super cool. Well, he ends up passing, and his wife would use that money to pay for the bus to go downtown to watch a concert or whatever it was. And I'm thinking that it wasn't 10 cents. That 10 cents was worth like $10 or $15 at that time. This is like 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I didn't know until after, maybe like 5-10 years after the fact, because now I'm wanting to buy silver and coins and stuff. So I hit up my sister. I was like, hey, do you still have all those coins? Like I have a couple $100, I can just get some. She goes, oh no, we used all that to go downtown. So what do you mean? She goes, yeah, we paid it in the bus. I was like, oh my gosh, you have no idea. It was horrible.
Yep. A lot of people don't. I know you got to go, Joe. I'm sorry. I appreciate that story time, man, because, okay, misery loves company, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But thank you guys very much. Of course, if you're on X, come on over to YouTube. They're going to get forwarded to my channel. On my channel, if you're new, what I do is I break down trading in the most simplistic way. I don't make trading easy, because trading is not easy, but I don't make it complicated. There's a lot of people out there that put different, acronyms and words that you never heard of, and just all this stuff to where it stops your learning. It literally does. So what I do is I just speak in normal language. I show you the support, resistance. I show you my thought process. And then, of course, we enter some trades, and sometimes we make it. Sometimes we get stopped out. It's just depending on what the market gives us. So definitely check me out every single day. So I'm going to go over there. And I do thank you guys very much. And we'll see you soon. Take care.
Yeah, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you. Again, Joe and I are here live Mondays, Wednesdays, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And then we go forwarding right on over to Joe's stream. I appreciate him being here. He's got to take a few minutes to get everything kind of reset so he can actually run his own stream. Okay, let's take a quick look at this last piece of information I wanted to go over. Basically, an alert put out to influencers who are in the crypto space. New sophisticated phishing attack targeting crypto influencers on X bypasses 2FA and exploiting X app authorization system. Attackers use fake Google Calendar links to redirect to malicious apps requesting account access. Basically, don't click on these, blah, blah, and it shows you right here an example of one of those. And I will say I've actually received some of these, so it's definitely happening. Make sure that you are not clicking on those, please, if you make any kind of crypto content or frankly are even involved in the crypto community, because who's to say where they draw the line on who they're going to try and scam. Just saying. All right, that's what I had. I appreciate everybody being here. We're going to go raid Joe's stream in a moment. But let's give you the rundown of what's going on here on my channel for the rest of this week. So tonight, myself, BC, and Crypto Bedell will be live 7 p.m. Eastern time for Hodl the Line. So make sure you're checking us out tonight. Tomorrow, myself and Crypto Jar will be live 6 p.m. Eastern time for the Matrix Money podcast. Joe and I will be back live on Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time, and doing this kind of fun all over again. And then, of course, this Friday, as always, Crypto on the Rocks, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, let's not forget, this coming Sunday, right after Billy Goat Tales, myself and Jimmy Jim are going to be talking about some online and crypto security. So make sure you're showing up at 7 p.m. Eastern time for that. All right, that's going to do it. We're going to head on out of here. I appreciate all of you being here today. When you get over to Joe's stream, make sure that you are saying CCM Raid in the chat. All right, thank you, everybody, and I will see you tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Take care.